Have you ever wondered who was the first person to look at a burning plant and think, I should inhale that? For most of human history, nobody smoked cigarettes. Early humans didn't carry packs of cigarettes. Yet today, more than 1 billion people use tobacco around the world. So, why did people start smoking in the first place? The answer isn't that humans evolved to smoke. Instead, smoking found a way to exploit a brain that had already been evolving for millions of years. And the story begins with one of humanity's greatest discoveries: fire. For hundreds of thousands of years, people sat around campfires every day. Smoke was everywhere. And eventually, humans began noticing something unusual. Certain plants behaved differently when they burned. Their smoke smelled different. Some made people feel relaxed. Others caused strange visions, dizziness, or altered states of consciousness. Humans are naturally curious. Our species became successful partly because we constantly experimented with the world around us. Ancient people tested plants for food, medicine, dyes, tools, and countless other purposes. At some point, they began experimenting with the smoke from certain plants as well. One of those plants was tobacco. Long before tobacco entered human history, our ancestors had already mastered fire. Archaeological evidence suggests humans were regularly using fire hundreds of thousands of years ago. Fire provided warmth, protection from predators, and a way to cook food, but it also filled the air with smoke. For countless generations, people gathered around campfires every single day. Smoke became a normal part of life. Although our ancestors weren't smoking for pleasure, they were already familiar with the smell, the sensation, and the effects of burning plants. Then, thousands of years ago, something changed. In the Americas, indigenous peoples discovered that certain plants produced unusual effects when burned or chewed. One of those plants was tobacco. Archaeologists have found evidence suggesting tobacco was being used about 12,000 years ago in North America. But tobacco wasn't originally a casual habit. It was often used in ceremonies, spiritual rituals, and traditional medicine. Imagine a group gathered around a fire at night. Smoke rises into the sky as people believe it carries prayers or messages to the spirit world. In many cultures, tobacco was considered powerful, even sacred. So the first smokers weren't trying to look cool. They were taking part in traditions that carried deep cultural and spiritual meaning. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. For thousands of years, people believed the smoke itself held the power, but the real secret was invisible. Hidden inside every tobacco leaf was a tiny molecule capable of changing the human brain. That molecule was nicotine. When nicotine enters the body, it reaches the brain in just a few seconds. There, it activates receptors normally used by a natural neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. This causes the release of dopamine, a chemical involved in motivation, learning, and reward. At first, tobacco seemed like just another plant. But evolution had already built something inside us that tobacco was about to exploit. And this is where evolution enters the story. Our brains evolved to reward behaviors that helped our ancestors survive, such as finding food, building social bonds, exploring new environments, and learning from new experiences. Whenever something appeared beneficial, the brain released dopamine to encourage us to repeat that behavior. Nicotine hijacks that ancient system. The brain doesn't understand cigarettes, factories, or advertising. It only recognizes the powerful reward signal. After repeated exposure, the brain begins to expect nicotine and creates cravings whenever it's absent. In other words, humans didn't evolve to smoke. Smoking spread because nicotine found a way to exploit a reward system that had evolved for completely different reasons. For thousands of years, tobacco remained mostly a regional practice in the Americas. Then, during the late 1400s and early 1500s, European explorers encountered tobacco and carried it across the Atlantic. Within decades, smoking had spread through Europe, Africa, and Asia. People believed tobacco could cure illnesses, improve concentration, and even protect against disease. Some physicians recommended it, governments taxed it, merchants built fortunes around it. What had once been a sacred plant gradually became a global commodity. The biggest transformation came much later. During the 1800s and 1900s, industrial machines began producing cigarettes by the millions. Smoking became cheap, portable, and available almost everywhere. Companies advertised cigarettes as symbols of freedom, sophistication, and success. For the first time in history, nicotine could reach enormous numbers of people every single day. Yet the human brain was still the same brain that had evolved around ancient campfires. The The reward circuits that once helped our ancestors survive were now being activated by a manufactured product designed to deliver nicotine efficiently and repeatedly. Today, scientists know that nicotine addiction involves both chemistry and behavior. Certain places, emotions, friends, and daily routines can become linked to smoking, creating a habit loop that can continue even when someone genuinely wants to quit. Smoking isn't simply a story of weak willpower. It's the collision of ancient evolution and modern technology. The next time you see cigarette smoke rising into the air, remember, you're looking at the result of a story that began beside prehistoric campfires, crossed oceans with explorers, and ultimately reached the most complex object evolution has ever produced, the human brain.